Okay, welcome back to Elder Scrolls Online. Let's go discover this island. It's a beautiful place. Looks really nice.
I still don't see the appeal. Ah, you've arrived. Welcome to Dranil Kier. Let's get in out of the rain, shall we? I trust you brought the items I requested. The scrying chamber is just up the hill. Follow me.
Where is the lady that we came with? Let's go take a look down this side, because we may not get a chance to come back to this island. Let's just go explore. Looks like animal remains. This place is so beautiful, I can't stop looking around. What's interesting though is that there's no life, no chests, no nothing. I thought we'd have some sort of loot, but it's a completely dead island. Interesting, I wonder if we can make that jump. It says we cannot mount in this location.
I'm confident that the components you brought will fit, but the Obscuros device has been dormant for centuries. Do you feel that chill? It's like, oh no. What's happening to me?
Oh, we're gonna have to defeat your shadow.
You must kill the shadow! Hurry!
Oh, there it is.
I knew you were stubborn, but that won't save you from me. You'll die just like the rest.
No, I will not perish here.
You're a bad one?
You underestimate me, just like the rest.
Slay them!
Bitch is
I'll
mine!
mend your wounds.
Poor witless Bonafrid.
Yeah.
Victory at last.
I had a feeling Bonafrid would be a traitor.
Set the lens and the lantern in the Obscuros. Time to see what this has all been about.
Come on, give me the prompt.
A fabricant? I don't... No. This cannot be. The city was sealed long ago. What is this creature? Some new Daedric beast? The Clockwork City. Could it be? After all this time? The images revealed by the Obscuros leave little room for doubt. The Daedric artifact we seek is somewhere inside the Clockwork City. Why would Sothasil allow such an item to enter his domain? I fear that something terrible has happened.
Can you tell me more about this Clockwork City?
Yes, of course. I sometimes forget this is not common knowledge. Sothasil, brother to Vivek and Magus of the Tribunal, created the Clockwork City long ago. He rarely speaks of it, but scholars believe this city has the power to remake Tamriel.
What do you mean?
The city functions as a simulacrum of the corporeal plane. Making a change to the Clockwork City may well change some aspect of Tamriel itself. This is all speculative, but I've studied under Sothasil. I have no doubt that this is within his power.
So if someone took over Clockwork City, they could change or even destroy Tamriel.
Indeed. An unwelcome prospect, to be sure. Normally, I would assure you that Sothasil has the situation well in hand. He is a friend to the Psijics and to the people of Tamriel. But the presence of this Daedric artifact gives me pause.
So what do you plan to do?
I must inform the Psijic Rightmaster. If Daedra have breached the gates of the Clockwork City, we must move swiftly. As for you, I would counsel vigilance. Whoever set these events in motion no doubt sees you as a threat. Take this, and my thanks.
So we'll receive the Clockwork Obscuros.
We must employ the most powerful scrying device in Tamriel, and all it yields is more questions. A perfect metaphor for the scholarly life, I suppose.
You sound tired. Are you alright?
I wish I could say yes. I fear that in destroying my shadow, we've destroyed some vital piece of my animus. I feel thin, diminished. A weakened Psijic is still a formidable mage, but something is definitely broken. Best not to think about it.
I guess Bonafrid was a powerful mage after all.
So you knew our attacker? She was powerful indeed, and yet I sensed that the strength was not her own. Her form was clumsy, but she struck with the power of a master wizard. Usually I'd suspect possession, but with her, I'm not so certain.
What do you mean?
Someone granted her powers beyond her ken. An agent of oblivion, no doubt. Bonafrid was clearly filled with hatred, consumed by jealousy or resentment, perhaps. The Daedra can twist those passions into untold horrors. I pity her.
How do you know so much about Sothasil?
Well, no one really knows Sothasil. Not even the other members of the Tribunal. I studied under him for a time. He was patient, surprisingly attentive, The perfect teacher in many respects. Even so, I never really felt that I knew him.
So what can you tell me about him?
Beyond the obvious? Not much. I can tell you he's nothing like Vivek. He never spoke about himself, or the dark elf faith. I always got the sense that he, well, resented isn't the right word. He just seemed ambivalent about that part of his life.
In the Clockwork City, did he talk about that?
Only obliquely, and mostly in metaphor. It's his primary pursuit now. Some say it's his obsession. You see, despite all his power, there is a melancholy to him. It's unfortunate, but not surprising. True wisdom always brings some measure of despair.
You mentioned a Psijic Rightmaster. Who is that?
I must admit, I'm unaccustomed to discussing such matters with people outside our order, but I think you've more than earned the privilege. Rightmaster Iacasis directs the Psijics. He rivals Sothasil in wisdom, if not in power.
Isn't Sothasil something like a god?
Something like, yes. The old ways give little credence to such titles. What is a god other than an exceptionally powerful agent? Anyway, power is overrated. Wisdom is the true measure of a person. In that regard, Iacasis is great indeed.
So could I meet him?
Someday, perhaps. The Psijic Order's Isle of Artaeum is no longer here. It may return in time, but for now, you'd probably have an easier time reaching Aetherius or realms beyond. The Order values solitude, much like Sothasil. I wish I could say yes.
Okay, let's see what the Clockwork Obscuros does. Okay, as a souvenir of Sothasil, pop up your personal projected image of the sphere of Clockwork City, obtained by investigating the deaths of mages murdered by their own shadows. Okay, so that's definitely a prelude to the Clockwork City DLC. So, I wanted to check this place out. Yeah, I guess we can't exit. If we were to exit and go here, yeah. So this is just a home that we cannot leave because it would open up a new area. And if we're to exit, I'm pretty sure it's gonna take us back to where we came from.
It's a fine day. It's a fine day.
Alright, so now that we've completed the Prelude to Clockwork City, we're just gonna hang out here for a number of days. The DLC drops in about, let's see, in about 3 days time, and when it drops in 3 days time, we'll log back in, continue from where we stopped. Right now we're just gonna take a chill pill here, enjoy the view, and we'll be right back with more Elder Scrolls Online. We'll see you in the Clockwork City.